Hi there, and welcome to this quick start guide for taskering. Taskering is designed to help communicate, prioritize, discuss, assign, estimate time, and track tasks across an organization. This video is intended to help make it easy for you to get started using taskering. First, we go to the URL provided by your administrator and log in like this. For our demo, let's assume we have Mary the owner and Bob the baker of a donut shop. This is the main screen, which shows a list of tasks. Each task has several fields. Most fields are filled automatically, so it takes just a few seconds to add a task. To learn the function of a field, point the mouse to the field header. ID is the task number. Source is who entered the task. Owner is the person performing the task. P1 is the priority opinion of the frontline staff. P2 is a priority set by a middle manager. And P3 is the final priority, set by the CEO, general manager, or owner. Est is an optional time estimate to do the task in hours. Location is where the task applies. For example, a room, a file path, a web address, or even a location on a physical device. Action is the task description and any related notes and discussions. Done is the date the task was finished. Age is how many days ago the task was entered. Next is the next person in a discussion. Type is the type of task. Late applies to late tasks. A is for file attachments. That's 17 fields, but don't worry, usually you really fill just 2 or 3. Let's take a look at the toolbar now. At first you only need a few buttons. Use the plus button to add a task. Click the thumbs up button when you begin a task. Click the check mark to mark a task as done. Click the pencil icon to edit a task. Click the question mark button for help. So let's start using taskering in our donut shop. First, let's say Bob has an idea to get a bigger donut oven. Here is what he would do. Click the plus sign to create a new task. In location, he would enter bake room because that is the location of the oven. In action, he would enter buy bigger oven. The source would automatically be set to Bob. Bob would select Mary as the owner because she will do the task. Bob would set P2 to his opinion of the priority. Priority is the highest, except for 0, so Bob chooses 2 since the purchase is not urgent. Mary will later fill in P3 for the final priority decision. This is a normal task, so the other settings remain. If Bob thinks it would take 2 hours to take care of the task, he could optionally select 2 for the time estimate like this. Finally, he clicks the To-Do button. The task will then appear on Mary's list. Now, suppose Bob wants to remember to maintain the ovens monthly. Click the plus sign to create a new task. In location, he would enter ovens. In action, he would enter maintain. Bob would select himself as owner since he will be doing the task and set P2 perhaps to a medium priority, such as 3. This is a periodic task, so periodic will be selected. Bob enters 30 in the period field, so he will be reminded monthly. Figuring the task takes about 1 hour, he enters 1 in the estimate field. Finally, he clicks the To-Do button. Now suppose Bob wants to add a maintenance checklist for the oven. Click the action cell. Go to the bottom of the field. There he would type checklist and so on. Then the save button. If Bob begins a task, he clicks the thumbs up button. That way, Mary can see that Bob started the task, which might prompt her to offer some final thoughts about the task. When Bob finishes the task, he clicks the checkmark button. That fills the done field with today's date. Suppose Bob wants to ask Mary if she wants a double door oven. He clicks on the action field and then the button stamp name. At the bottom of the action field, he types, "Do you want a double door?" Then he specifies to reply to Mary, then clicks the Reply To button. Now, let's log out of Bob's account and into Mary's account. Since Mary did not add her tasks yet, she sees only the task Bob entered. She notices that Next is set to her, which tells her that a discussion is waiting for her reply. So she clicks the action field and reads Bob's message. Then she clicks the stamp name button and replies yes. Mary then selects to reply to Bob and clicks the Reply To button. Notice that next is now Bob. Mary can now select Bob's list and see Bob's tasks. After a few weeks, there might be a screen full of tasks, which she can easily scan. She can also click into a task to get more detail. To reduce staff progress meetings, Mary might choose to simply take a quick look at Bob's activities by selecting Done from the View drop list. Entering and discussing tasks as described is the core of how taskering is used. There are many more features, including ticklers, reports, and several views, but the basics of entering and discussing tasks is all you need to get started. For more comprehensive information, please click on the Help button. Thanks for watching this introduction to taskering. Please begin by entering your own task from recollection, notepads, documents, or any other sources. I hope you enjoy your new adventure with taskering.